Tell me the password's not right.
Give me a minute. If she don't beat me to it. Just letting Brooke know that I'm on live and see if she can pop on. I know she's going through a lot right now, and at least Cohen's doing better, so that's good. I know that's a little high, but at least it takes the glare from the window off.
Live stream?
Yeah, I'm just let Brooke know that I'm live, see if she can pop on or not. I don't know if she'd be able to or not, because I know she's probably kind of still busy, but we'll see, I guess. I'm just angry because they didn't give us our checks today, so it's looking like we're going to have to wait until Sunday.
Actually, most likely it'll either be tomorrow or Monday.
Yeah, but technically, Monday isn't 2 days before the 1st. Now, is it?
I know, but if you actually read it, it says up to 2 days.
I don't like it. I'm still mad.
Every place is that way.
I hate the government and their bullshit ways of doing things, period.
No, it's not government. It's Capital One, but like I said, all the banks I know of do that.
Still, I don't fucking like it.
They say up to 2 days.
Dash my plans all to hell for the day.
Business days. And the weird part is Capital One is kind of hard to figure out because at times they seem to consider Saturday a business day and other times they consider it just weekend like Sunday.
I liked it better when I was getting my check 5 days before everybody else.
Yeah, well, even NetSpend's changed theirs to 2 days. It's no longer 5 days.
I don't like when my plans get dashed all to hell because they decide when they're going to fucking send the damn money or not.
Waiting on Brooke to get back to me because I told her I'm going to try the see if we can get it fixed through the website itself first. If I can't do it that way, then I'll call in. If I can do it through just the website, I may not have to worry about having her text me a verification code or anything like that. Luckily, we're still on the power of attorney also. Just she's the primary one now. But you and I are still on it. So, and as far as I know, PayPal only has the documentation showing you and me. It doesn't have the one from Brooke yet. I'll worry about letting her know about that here in a bit. Maybe not even today, maybe tomorrow. Let her know, say, hey, you know, both Capital One and PayPal is going to want a copy of the power of attorney you have for Michael's stuff. You may want to go ahead and send it in. You'll have to call and get the number for it because they don't have it listed on the website or anything. You have to call in and get it from customer service.
Hey, Squeaky, what are you doing?
Had to do it that way when I had to send them in. Well, she hasn't even seen the messages yet. Mommy did it.
No, I didn't. I'm way over here, and my arms aren't that damn long.
Mommy did it.
Did not.
Daddy's sweet and innocent.
No, he's not.
Hey,
Attitude.
punch you in the nose. Come here. Put him up. Put him up.
Kalika's got an attitude today. Will you quit snagging, Daddy? What is wrong with you?
That's her way of saying, I didn't say you could stop. I want more.
Oh, you're going to do your cute kitty poses now. I see. Goofy ass cat. Whatever kitty crack you're on, give me some. I don't even know how long I'm going to be on because
Well,
I'm just too upset.
$75, might as well say, this month. For some reason, in their infinite wisdom, the new clean energy thing that Franklin County's set up with AEP, I forgot that we had gone ahead and accepted that. Clean energy, meaning the majority of our energy comes from solar and wind instead of coal and gas plants. Well, wind, solar, and hydro. Anyway, in their infinite wisdom, they decided to separate that out. They're all under the same umbrella company, but AEP Energy, which is that side of it, then AEP Ohio, which is the quote distributor. Meaning energy supplies the energy. Distributor actually is the one who provides the infrastructure to move it places. Electric lines. I got the distributor side on the monthly payment plan, where they average it out over the past 12 months, and then you just pay pretty close to the same amount every single month, the average amount, rather than how much usage. The energy side, on the other hand, for some reason, she couldn't get it to come up to allow us to do that payment.
Oh, boy.
Option. And she said she thinks it's because of so far after our billing statement, because our billing statement came in around the 10th of the month. And she said to give it a try as soon as the next one comes out. So I'm waiting on that. See if we can't get that side also on the monthly payment or average payment. So that instead of $20 to $30 in the winter and $70, $80, $90 in the summer, it'll be closer to like around $50 every single month.
Yeah.
Makes it easier for me to plan out monthly expenses
Right.
beforehand. And these fans and the air conditioner seem to be more efficient than the old ones we had. Because the old ones, July, the way this month's been with the running the air conditioner 24/7 and the fans 24/7. Last year, July was around 80, 80, 87, $88. August was 90 something. July this time is only 74. So apparently they're a little more efficient than the old ones we were using, which is good. I mean, that's counting the fact that the electric costs have gone up since last year too. And yet we're still using less. Oh, bro.
I'm just very angry today because government's making us fucking wait for whoever the hell. Goddamn Capital One or whoever the hell's fucking making us wait on our damn checks. Fucking bullshit. And I woke up this morning in such a hopeful mood. Only hate to have it dashed by those jackasses. Now I'm going to have to find ways to cheer myself up and get through the day. Wonder if we're going to get our fucking check tomorrow, Sunday, or fucking Monday.
The Hades.
Yeah,
All you guys do
I
is
tried.
eat.
Yeah, and I tried to put a decent sized batch in there this morning, but I hope everybody got enough. But those little fucking gluttons, they eat everything in the damn tank. I'm not going to do this now because I'm just too.
Don't see anything floating on top either. So.
I don't know where the hell she is.
She may be behind one of the. See, or so the other one.
There she is. She's right there.
Yeah.
It's dark enough outside.
One froggy's in the back corner on this side, and the other froggy's in the front corner on the same side.
Oh yeah, they're all over the fucking place. When she starts like hanging around on the bottom, I don't know why she's doing that. I hope she's okay. Sedna, when she's like hanging out on the bottom, it's kind of scares me a little bit when she does that because I'm like, I hope she's not dying on me or something. She's swimming up here now, but they said no. Just hope everybody got enough to eat, because I don't know if they did. Because those fucking goldfish, man, I wish I could get a different tank for them so they could eat themselves stupid. But then there'd be plenty for the rest of the fish in the tank.
I don't know. The others seem to be suffering. I mean, they're still alive, so.
Got me a batch of resin pieces. I'm going to go check them. See if they're close to being done or not. And if they are, bring them over here and peel them out of their molds. Yes, they are. How about that? These are ready, I think. This is the pyramid. Oops. Oh dear. Great. Now I got mica powder all over me. That's cool. And it broke the pointy tip off. It actually does kind of look like a volcano erupted, doesn't it? Oh, there's that. That's kind of cool. I don't know if the tip is still in there. I don't think it is. I think it bounced off somewhere. That's really cool. And that's just mica powder sprinkled in clear. I did some black and I did some white. I think it turned out real good. Here's one of the kitty cats. I did him pure white. See how he turned out. Oh, oh, that's so cute. Definitely different. He's I don't know how well you can see him in the light, but yeah, he turned out okay. Nose is kind of messed up. Why is his nose messed up? Probably too much mica powder. Well, that's interesting and different, huh? And this little guy, he's got two little horns sticking up right there. Little baby horns. This is the other one. This is a cat head. And it also has horns. Oh, wow! That one turned out real good. Got to get some of this.
Is she on?
What?
Is she on?
No. She is not, but I figure she will be able to see these later, so. Oh, that one turned out really good. Really good. He turned out good, didn't he? That's the back. But look at the front. Oh, he turned out really pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I finally did these. This guy, poor little guy, his nose is all messed up. See his poor little nose, it's all messed up. The granddaddy of them all, the Rexy cat. I did black in the ears, white in the face. Oh, wow. Oh, he turned out really neat. Look at him. He turned out really neat. I love that. Oh, that is so pretty. There's the back. So he got black ears and a white face. That's really pretty. Isn't that neat? He's got some kind of bejeweled something on his forehead. And then it's hanging down across the bridge of his nose. And then there's a little jewel like it would rest right here on the nose. So, all right. Those turned out good. That makes me happy at least. And that's just from using the resin clear and then just sprinkling the mica powder in there, and it turned out really neat. Because now it looks like you want to brush the powder off. You can't. He's also got an earring cuff in his ear. Wow, those guys turned out really good. Now for this guy. Whoa. Oh. Ooh, hello. That's pretty. That's really pretty. This one needs to, I can keep it out of the mold now, but it needs to lie flat for a little bit longer because it's still bendable. So that lets me know that it's not quite completely done, but it's done enough to take it out of the mold with no problem. That turned out really good. That is the dagger I chose for myself out of the 4. So, see, you can put crystals along here. I will probably take the jewel and I'll probably tie it around right around here somewhere, right above this. And I didn't even, this is just from sprinkling glitter. And then, of course, I fairy dusted the back of it. So this would be my equivalent of the, what did they call them? It's a certain type of knife they use in a movie that I absolutely love. Mortal Instruments. They have this sword. It's like it's made of a certain, like a clear crystal of some type or whatever, and it kills demons. And, you know, it's pretty wicked, pretty powerful. But this, to me, now this is really, this is a average size for a dagger. And that's just one design of 4. So let me lay that down there. When I know it still needs dry time, I lay it flat. Now this one, the thing is if I take it out, I won't be able to add. I mean, I probably could, maybe. I'm just afraid if I take it out of the mold, will I be able to put it back in just as easily and then add more to it? It's this is one of the other shapes. This is the only other one that I did, and I only did it. It's only partly full. It's not completely full. So this is a different shape. You know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the shape I did for me. This is the other shape, one of the others. So you get 4 daggers. They're full size. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Anyway, so got me a pyramid. Where did I put the pyramid? There it is. Okay. So like this pyramid could be considered like a snow-capped mountain, you know. I'll say because of the pattern that it ended up creating on its own. Because I mean, I did do some light stirring in the end because the mica powder was sticking up funny. So then I very lightly stirred it with one of the long little plastic spoons, and there's the fairy dust on the bottom. But I can't believe I broke the tip off. But at least don't have to worry about that cutting somebody. But these corners, they're equally as sharp as the tip. So you got to be careful. So this guy, other than his nose being messed up, he turned out cute. This one turned out really, really good. I really like the way this one turned out. This one, the black one, and the Rexy cat, he turned out really good. So this particular Rexy cat is wearing a headdress of some kind. So it's not a witch symbol. It's not a pentacle or whatever like I liked or wished. And this one I think is smaller than the one that Brooke sent me because her Rexy cat, it seems like that one was bigger, you know. So that's the big reveal, Brooke. I hope you like it whenever you get around to seeing this. And like I said, I only did 6. Really, I did 2 of the daggers, but the one's only a partial. I'm going to leave it in the mold so I can add some to it because I'm going to be like sprinkling some crystals and some herbs onto it before I put the extra layer. And then if I decide to do any mica powders, which I might, then I will probably like experiment because, you know, experimenting can be fun. Sometimes stuff can turn out okay. Other times turn out not so much, but that's how you find out. If you find out what stuff works by experimenting, some stuff's going to turn out, other stuff's going to look like crap. But I'm going to be putting crystals and herbs in this one. And then the mica powder, I'll probably do it in the handle part. Maybe do a different type of mica powder in the little tines sticking out. And then just do a very light sprinkling of a mica powder in the actual blade itself part. And then, of course, I've got the fun of consecrating this and deciding what kind of magic to use it for. So this is my crystal dagger, you know, more or less, even though it's not actual crystal. To me it is, you know, because it's so clear, because I did a clear batch of things. So anyway, let me set these guys over here. So it turned out okay. I think I got that piece out where the nose is. Got that. Hope I got that tip out of there. Let me see. Because just I don't want it like. Yeah, I think the tip of the pyramid just it snapped off. So no biggie. Um. So there you go, Brooke. I did a black and white, / clear series. Can't believe how tiny this one is. This one's tiny. But I really like how that one turned out. That's really, and you can see his horns real good right there. That is really pretty. You can see the detail, the eyes perfectly black. And that doesn't mean it's evil. It's only evil if you use it that way. So I hope you like it. Show them all again. There's Rexy Cat. Pyramid Volcano, Snowcap Mountain, whatever. I hate that his poor little nose is all messed up. I know. I'll take a little dot of clay, pick a nice color that'll look good with it, and then just put it in there, like take a drop of glue and put it in there, and then just fasten it into place. And then that way the glue will hold it in place. So this little one has its full nose. It's very interesting. And even though I tried to stop the air bubbles, I was unsuccessful because these still have bad air bubbles in them. All right, where can I put these guys? I don't even know. Interesting experiment. I like the way it turned out. I really do. I need to find somewhere to set these, though. I really don't want to set them on top of the fish tank. Because I worry about, I don't know, something falling off of them and then falling down into the fish tank. Itch. That could hurt the fish. And I don't want to do that. So, well, at least that was a little bit of some kind of interesting. But here lately, I've been trying to. I don't see the point of doing a live stream if, I can't even, think of what kind of good content to come up with this time. See? Right there. I finally found a place to put up my Wild Heart Witch Soul diamond painting that I did. So far, so good. The cats seem to be leaving it alone. I've got my Moldavite in its little cage right here. Love my Moldavite. It's really, really been helping me a lot. I've been focusing on self mastery, and I've got my green aventurine here. I've got my high elf. This is also a Creepy Hollows vessel. My high elf is Creepy Hollows. This is just the the tree of life, and it's a chakra pendant. So, um, now that my plans have been dashed for the day, trying to figure out what to do with the day, because now that I've got the resin pieces done and off of the little craft table over there, hobby and crafts, because that's the only table I've got to do really anything on right now. And I got to take that garbage bag off of there, put a new one on, or like I said, use one of the cloth cover things that comes with it. Comes with the resin a lot of times, so you can put it down on a surface of a table or whatever, and you're not ruining your table. But also, I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm getting sick to my stomach because I haven't eaten yet. I need to eat. I need to take my pills and figure out what to do next. So I know you're busy, Brooke. I'm glad that, at least you're getting a little bit of a break today, that, Cohen he's with his dad, and hope that he keeps improving, and, that he's responding okay to the meds and everything. And tried to stay on here for you. I tried to get you a message on the phone to let you know I was live, on the off chance that you would be able to come on, but I guess you're just still too busy. So, love you. Blessed be y'all. Thanks for stopping and checking out my latest live and my reveal of my latest resin pieces that I haven't. That's the first time I've done a set, and since December of last year, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure it was December, was it not? That she said that she had her date set. I know it was the end of the month or something, that Brooke had set a date of when she wanted to be moved out. So it may not have been December. I may be miscalculating. But anyway, whatever month it was, when she was in the process of moving and, packing and everything, that's when I got discouraged and I just stopped doing everything. It wasn't because of her, it was just discouraged because it just seemed like a lot of stuff was. Oh, oh, girl, you, you, you're lucky. I was just about to sign off. She's on, babe. If you wanted to talk to her about anything, she just came on. I was just, I don't even know what I was saying. Perfect time. Yeah, I literally was. I was in the process of shutting this down because I didn't think you were going to be able to make it, because I figured you were busy doing something, But I know you can go back and like watch this later and whatever. But I got to show you I finally did my first batch of my daggers and my first batch of my 3 little kitty cats. Which ones do you want to see first? And I did the black and white with the kitty cats like you suggested. Do you want to see the cats first and the pyramid, or you want to see the dagger first? All of them? Okay. This is one of the daggers. All I did was I just did the resin clear, and I sprinkled some glitter in it, blue and pink, and then I fairy dusted it on the back a little bit. That's all I did. Okay. but this one's still a little bit pliable, so I'm trying to keep it flat, so it can finish hardening like it needs to. I really like the way this one turned out. This is the pyramid. The tip broke off when I was peeling it out of the mold, and if you look, it looks like a volcano that has um erupted, and it's broken in such, it looks like a volcano. I did the fairy dust on the bottom with that one, and it's just, black and white. I just
Check signal. I have a question.
This is the littlest of the three kitties. I did this one pure white. His poor little nose got messed up right there, but I'm going to use some of my modeling clay to fix that. It turned out, I think it turned out okay. You can see some of the clear, and then you can also see the white, and it kind of makes you feel like you got to brush it off. He's got his two little horns sticking up, and in the back, I tried to fix the air bubbles, but didn't do a good job. I fairy dusted him in the back. This one, oh man, I love the way this one turned out. Look at that guy. He turned out really good. Just the way that where the mica powder filled in completely on its own. And I was like, whoa, that one turned out really good. I like it. So, and then of course my Rexy cat, my grandiose of them all. And I think he turned out real good too. I did black on the ears. And then I did white on the face. And he's wearing some kind of a headdress. And the jewel goes all the way down his little nose. I knew you would. I love them too. They turned out really good. And I did, at your suggestion, you said black and white. And I remember you telling me that. And I said, okay. I said, when I do that, that's what I'll do them in. I'll do them in black and white. So I did, except for the dagger. The dagger's the only one that I didn't do in black and white. So I'm calling this batch my clear series. I still got plenty of resin left. So hopefully I'll be doing a future live here, before too long. And, and I'll do some more, another batch of just clear, and if I'm going to, and I'm doing the clear with the mica powder, or I might just do clear with herbs and crystals inside the pieces. I've got another dagger that's in the 4 daggers. It's only half done though, because it was what was left of the resin after I poured all the other molds. Because I only did like about 6 roughly. I did 1.5 daggers, and then I did the 3 kitty cats and the little pyramid, and that was it. Because I was trying not to, trying not to build up too much more capital, meaning I didn't want to make too many more extra pieces with, not having a lot of room, not having much room to like store stuff and everything. So I didn't want to like overwhelm or overrun myself. I've already got a crap ton of the, my resin pieces still downstairs. But yeah, I got my Moldavite in its little cage here. I've been doing great with it so far. It's not been too much energy for me or anything. It doesn't stop me from sleeping or make me feel jumpy or anything like that at all. So I'm just like, well, okay, I guess I'm okay. Have more variety to sell though. Yeah, exactly. Because eyes are watering. My right eye's been doing its stupid itching thing. Where it just itches and itches, and it's always right down in this corner. It'll itch like a mother flipper. Anyway, it's nice to have a variety because, different people, they're going to have different tastes. They're going to look for that unusual item, I even somehow got some mica powder on the computer, and now all over me. Yeah, I got mica powder all over my hands. See? And that was just from, the taking them out of the molds and stuff. There was probably some on the molds or whatever. There's still some mica powder in the molds. It gets everywhere. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's like, gee, mini Christmas. Um, but our yard sale's coming up on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I'm trying to be, like decently hopeful about it, but don't want to have too high expectations because having to sell stuff at yard sale. I have two possibilities of when to do the second one and then that'll be the only other ones for the year. No, not yet, because they only allow you a 3x3 size sign, and I don't know how big 3x3 is, but it doesn't sound big to me. And so we haven't made the sign yet. I haven't even really gotten the yard sale stuff together that's going to even be presented. I got a couple of my diamond paintings ready to go, but wasn't able to get frames for them. We didn't get our checks today like I was hoping. Yeah, the way I decided to do it is the day of the yard sale, then we'll find something. I'll probably have to do the whole poster board route because the poster boards are big, and then we'll just measure it 3x3. And then once we measure it, then we'll know how big we can make the letters, and just yard sale. Make sure it's facing to where people see it from this side, people see it from that side. So it'll be facing that way. And, get a little stand, hopefully we can find a little stand for it or something. If it wasn't me, if it was me, I'd be doing it before. So people can be aware of it. Yeah, but you kind of need money to be able to get the materials to do the sign because I don't have anything around here that I can do the sign with right now. And if I'm not getting my check until possibly tomorrow or even fucking Monday or Sunday, then I don't have any money to get even poster board, or I would have probably already had the sign made. But we'll get it, as soon as we can. We'll get it ready and going. And hello, mystery person that we can't see. It says there's two on here, but no name pops up. So I've never been able to figure out who it was, or it might be. But, thanks for stopping by anyway. Sorry if this is too boring for you. And yeah, it's not. I don't think it's like the government so much as it's this time. Well, at least Chris says it's not the government. It's Capital One, because I know they already have our fucking money. But we gotta wait until they decide to fucking load it. I mean, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to determine what day it's going to fall on, because sometimes they seem to count Saturday, for instance, as a day, a plausible day to load it on or treat it as a weekday. Other times they don't, because so we don't know literally 1 month from the next what the hell. We can guess about when we should get it, but that doesn't necessarily always mean we'll get it on that day, because it's up to them whenever they decide to load it. And it just pisses me off, because if you make plans on the day you think you're going to get it, for instance, and then that day comes and you don't get it on that day, it's like, ugh! And it's so infuriating, because now your plans are dashed for the day. You can't go out, you can't do the stuff you were going to do. And so you gotta wait until they decide to load it. And I'm like, oh god, it pisses me off. I gotta munch on some peanut butter or something here, because I haven't had any breakfast or anything yet. So I can take my pills and stuff. But at least peanut butter is a good staple, because it kind of gives your tummy a little bit to gnaw on until I can get in there and, get some kind of breakfast, something or other made, or lunch now, because it's afternoon here. It's okay. I'm just part of the reason why I haven't eaten yet is because I was just immediately, as soon as I got on my phone and I saw that our checks were not loaded yet, I was mad. So I sat here and I sulked for a while. And then when Pops said that, he was communicating with you and stuff, and that Cohen's with his dad, and he still seems to be doing good, so I'm glad. He's doing better or whatever. I thought, well, maybe she could, maybe she would like it if I did a live stream, you know, spend a little time together. But, I also, even during the times when you can't get on, I figure, you can always watch it later when you got a free minute. But right now, the game is trying to keep myself, distracted. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was. It was intense for us too, because that's our grandbaby. I mean, of course, we were just as, I know I was. I just sometimes I tend to hide it well, but if you would have seen me, it was during one of the times when I think you and I had stopped, texting, because I figured, well, hopefully she's getting some rest and something at least. I was crying, like almost to the point that I was questioning if I was going to be able to stop, because I was so scared for him. I was scared for you. Um, I was hoping that, lighting the candles and doing the magic would have results quick enough that, it would start helping him right away. So we didn't lose the little guy. And I'm glad that it did. I even called down, Raphael, which is, the archangel of healing. And I literally told him, I said, yeah, I bet. And that's what I don't like, is when the hospitals are bad, that just makes the situation worse. It just makes you even more stressed, because that's your child in there, and these jerks are just acting like it's not worth their time, effort, and energy, that they got better things to do than to save a child's life that's obviously in duress. Bad shape. But I told Raphael, I said, I give you permission to intervene in their lives on their behalf, because I knew that you were probably in no state to give that permission yourself. And me being the mom and everything, mother-in-law, even though that's the type of mom, but still mother-in-law. Yeah. Um, I felt like, because I'm mother-in-law, that it would be okay, and apparently it was, because I'm sure that Raphael did help, and immediately, went and yeah, yeah, I believe that, too, sweetie, 100%. They should have given him medicine sooner than they did, and I was a mess. If you would have seen how distraught I was, how profusely I was crying, how scared I was, because I was feeling your fear, I was feeling his. Um, I was a mess. I said, look, I said, I can't be there with her. I was being straight. I was being real with the spirits. I said, I can't be there by her side right now. If at all possible, and I could have been, I would have already been there. I don't have a passport. I don't have any money. I have no way. She has no one. I'm glad that Nat was there, and, she watched the boys and everything while you were in the hospital with the baby. But it's like, I just, my mind couldn't let go of the fact that, not because she didn't want to be there. I know Nat would have, if she could have been there and watched the boys too, she would have. But it's like I felt like you were dealing with this alone. You were there at the hospital by yourself and had no means of comfort other than how you and I were trying to text back and forth to keep everybody updated with what was going on. If the position, if anything was improving, if he was doing any better, were they, keeping him, were they going to let him go home, and stuff like that. I told Alicia, I called her, and her and Natasha were on their way to Cincinnati to spend some time with a friend or hang out or something. And she said, "Well, thanks for telling me, Mom." She said, "Yeah, I'm glad you let me know. I would have wanted to know." And she said, "Send them my love." And she said, "I hope that he, that Cohen comes out okay and he's doing okay." So I was keeping Alicia updated best I could. I was keeping Mom updated best I could. And I was trying to keep Chris updated because I figured, you were in such a state yourself that you might not be with it enough to get a message to Chris on his phone. But if you could at least get it to me, I could relay it to him, and anybody else. Yeah, this is what's going on. This is the latest. And I also kept, understandably, I also kept Carl updated at, as far as what was going on and stuff. Carl, what a trip. So he called me the other day, and for 2 hours, 7 minutes, and some odd seconds, he was yammering on about all these wonderful money-making ideas, as if one of us could just walk out the door, go to a place, get the stuff, and just start it right away. And he came up with the idea for I don't know if they do anything like this in England, but in the States, they have food trucks that it's a pop-up restaurant of sorts. Granted, I mean, the menu's probably not going to be very, you'll have limited items on there, and they can you can set up in a parking lot somewhere. It's pretty easy. But because it's a truck, your small quarters, you can only fit a couple of people in there at a time, to work and everything. It gets really hot in there because you've got a small area and you're trying to cook stuff. So you almost have to have some kind of fan or something in there, or you're going to pass out, So it's kind of tricky. But he was talking about food trucks. He was talking about possibly getting another truck and doing something similar, but using it as a pop-up shop for you and have it right next to the food truck. And then Michael could run the food truck, you could run the other truck. And then he's like, or she could just do her stuff right here in the yard, in my yard. And, and he's still going on about you and the boys moving in with him.
Tell her there's a confirmation code I need her to send to me. Coming in on Michael's.
There's a confirmation code Pops needs you to send to him coming in on Michael's. So be on the lookout for it. He was, talking about, just all and he kept repeating the same thing over and over again. He said, throw some of those ideas at her, throw them at Michael. Okay, but, Carl seems to be under the illusion that you and the boys can just pack an overnight bag, jump on a plane, and just down here. No. There's something called a whole process that you have to go through. She doesn't have passports for the boys that I know of. The trip alone is ridiculously expensive. Her only source of income has been taken. How exactly is she going to get here, Carl? Okay, is she going to fly on her broom? Because if she is, she better get a pretty long broom because she's going to have 3 kids. She's going to be toting with her. You know, he doesn't look at all the other stuff that you have to go through. All he wants to do is bitch, gripe, and complain about, how ridiculous it all is and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, Carl, that's the way it is, okay? If you're not getting married and then coming over in that sense right away, then you still have to have a sponsor. You still have to find a way to get a green card. There's other ways you can get the green card, but then it's another process that if you don't jump through their fucking hoops and you don't go through their fucking red tape and you don't cross your I's and dot your T's or whatever, right, they're going to, it's going to delay and delay and delay. And then who knows how long it might be before you actually can finally get all the bullshit done so you can get over here. I let her know. She said, okay, so I don't know if she sent it to you or not.
No, I'm just waiting here, that's all.
Okay, well, you were standing here. I didn't know if you were like, did she get it or not? Yeah, I told her, and, I'm sure she did send it if she got it.
Well, it's going to take a little bit because...
She said nothing has come through.
Like I said, it's probably going to take a little bit because A, PayPal is slow. B, it'll try doing it through the regular phone system first. Then it'll switch over to trying to send it through the web.
Yeah, so.
Hopefully it won't take them more than 15 minutes because that's all the time the code's good for.
So, yeah, long story short, I had to listen to Carl yammer on for 2 hours, over 2 hours about stuff. And most of the time, my end of the conversation goes, yeah, right, yeah, I see. I know what you mean. Yeah, So it's like very limited, it don't do me anything. It don't do me any good to, it's better to just, even though I don't agree with what he's saying, to just make him think I do by answering the way I do so that he drops the subject. 'Cause otherwise he'll just go on and on about it. And I don't want to hear the crap. It's like you would think that he would have it in his thick skull by now that, Carl, honey, she may want to get out of there as badly as we want her to be able to get out of there. But irregardless if that's the case at all or not, it's still, there's a process you have to go through to make that happen.
With all the pets.
Got
She's
pets.
Have to have money for quarantine.
Yep.
Everybody quarantined for a minimum of 2 weeks.
Right. It's a nightmare. It's really hard,
Basically, the easiest way to tell him is to tell him he's probably going to take a minimum of $50,000 for her to actually move over here rather than just come visit.
Yeah. So then it's like, so if you got 50 grand laying around that you would gladly donate, Carl, then yeah, maybe we could get her moved over here sooner. What do you think? I bet he'd shut up then.
The packages she's going to have to send for the stuff she needs to move.
Mm-hmm.
Her and the boys, plane tickets over here.
Yep. Her products for her shop.
Quarantining the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Products for her shop. That's going to have to go through customs.
Right.
Everything else is going to go through customs.
Right.
Which increases the shipping cost.
Right.
So,
like I said,
it's like
process. And these are the parts. It's like, this is what he don't see.
Carl,
this is what you can't get through that thick fucking brainless skull of Carl's. You gotta do it this way, Carl, or it ain't gonna work.
Carl is a lot like most average Americans on that. They see international travel as no different than going from one state to another here in the States.
And it don't work that way.
It don't work that way.
It don't work that way. She said most of her stuff she wouldn't be taking anyway, and she said she wouldn't be taking her stock. Because, I mean, if you think about it, it would probably be more of a headache to try and move all that.
Well,
So if she could leave it there and have Nat sell it or something maybe for her, I don't know.
or she can sell it on the website,
Yeah.
and just anything that's getting sold to someone over there,
Mhm.
Nat
Take care of it. Yeah.
ships it for her.
Yeah, because her and Nat, at one point, you and Nat, you combined your businesses, right? Oh, okay. She said she'd sell it all before she came. Like have like a big closeout sale or something. That'd be smart too, because then that'd give you extra money.
Now she could probably save some money if she could find a passenger ship instead of plane.
Oh yeah,
but that would take a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go through that. I would rather her be here in several hours, not a couple weeks.
Yeah, but a nice relaxing ocean cruise.
And she said just me, boys, and animals, and some clothing and some personal bits. That's mostly what she would bring.
Yeah.
Because it would be the easiest to get over here, it'd be the most sensible, and the most important. You got to have your babies, human and non.
Were you able to move your special bed?
He wanted to know if you was able to move your special bed. I doubt it, because she said that thing was so big because it was custom made. And I remember you saying, Brooke, that it was a beautiful bed. I would have loved to have seen it myself, a picture of it or something, but you couldn't take it because it was just too big to move. It got burned. Oh my God. Oh, what a waste. Oh, damn. That is so. I'm so sorry. Who burned it? Did you burn it or did somebody else burn it? Okay, so the new one you got was 8,000, or that bed was 8,000? We had to chop it up and burn it. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Damn. Because, I mean, the way you made it sound, it was a really nice bed. That bed, yeah, she said that bed was like $8,000. That they had to chop it up and burn it. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, because that just sucks. That's like me losing my water bed that I never got. Oh, that ain't bad. She said her new bed was only like $650. So she got herself a new bed. So, that's good. $650 is a lot more, doable than I'm sure than $8,000. That's probably not easy to come by. I don't know how much Chris paid for the one we have right now.
The foam mattress and the frame combined was a little over $300.
Okay. Ours was a little over $300. He said the frame and the mattress combined.
It was a combination of Sam's Club discount and the fact that it was, I don't know how old it was, but it was basically an older one that model had been discontinued.
Oh.
So they were selling it for cheaper just to get rid of the overstock they had.
Yeah.
Left over of them. So.
She said her old bed was handmade in Spain. Oh man. Dang it.
The one we have now.
I bet it was gorgeous.
If we'd bought it before it was became overstock.
Mm-hmm. It would have been a lot more.
It would have cost us around $700.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of in the bracket of what she paid for hers. She said she paid $650 for her new one that she had to get for the new place.
Figures.
What happened now?
Code still hasn't come.
Code still hasn't come through. That's crazy. Spain. Damn it. I wish you could have seen a picture of the waterbed frame that I wanted. That frame sat in the back of the waterbeds and stuff store. for over 30 years.
Because that wasn't the self. That was a display frame. It wasn't
I
a frame.
know that. It was a display model. Okay. It was. They had it in two different colors, as far because it was wood. The whole thing, the majority of it was wood. And I say the majority of it because it was one of those that had a mirrored ceiling. It had mirrors in the back. It had little knick-knack shelves. I don't remember if that one had drawers around it or not. It had 4 columns, like really decent sized square columns. And, I wasn't even going to get the waterbed mattress because, I mean, let's face it, we've got 4 cats. I don't want to spring a leak and wake up soaked and on the floor and all my shit's ruined. So I would never get the mattress. I just wanted the frame. And I mean, this thing was, oh my God, gorgeous. And almost every time I would go into that store, and it's the one on Hamilton, the very one that you and I went in and shopped in and everything, because the side that you and I went in, I don't remember if we went over to the waterbed side or the furniture side of that store or not. But the side we were in, we were looking at, that's where you got me the little cauldron thing, the cauldron tobacco pipe, and stuff. But this frame sat in the back of their store, and I loved that thing to death. I just would have loved. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have got it. I would have found a special mattress that I could have fit in the shell of that frame instead of the waterbed, because it was made for a waterbed. So I would have found a way to put a regular mattress in there, but I just wanted the frame because it was absolutely stunning to me. And it would have been my dream bed. It would have been my dream frame for a bed. I mean, this thing was, oh my God. They had a light colored wood one, and then they had like a dark colored, I don't know if it was like cherry wood or cherry walnut or something like that, but they had a dark color of that thing too. And I liked the light color. But if it came down to it, and I would have been able to walk in there with the money in hand, and all they had was the dark color of it, but I could still get the frame, I would have got it. The frame by itself, I honestly don't know. Yeah, it was gorgeous. I don't know what the frame would have cost by itself, though, because the mirrored panels, you would have probably had to assemble yourself, most likely. So I don't know, like, what kind of special glue you would have had to possibly get to, or something to put the mirrors up there so they wouldn't, come crashing down and, slice and dice you when you're trying to sleep or something. Now, a lot of people, they would like something like the mirrored ceiling when they're doing, what, but I didn't care about that. I really didn't care about that. I mean, I could have done with or without the mirrored ceiling, to be honest. I just thought the frame was really beautiful. And then one day, after 30 some odd years of that frame sitting back there, and me wishing I could get it, wishing. I went back there one day and it was gone. I stopped dead in my tracks and went, no, where is it? It was gone. I've never seen it since. They'll probably never have that frame in there again. Because apparently the thing, for God reasons I'll never understand, nobody wanted it. I sure the heck did. And I guess they just got tired of it sitting out on the floor and nobody would ever buy it. So they got rid of it. I was heartbroken. Because the thing was it was so expensive. That thing, just the frame alone, was several $100s. I know it was. I don't remember what kind of wood it was that the frame was made of either. So that has a factor. If I remember right, some of the glassware, the glass paneling or whatever that was on the part that was the knickknacks and stuff where you could put knickknacks, some of the glass had a frosted look to it. and some kind of a design. So when you're talking about details like that, and the process that you have to go through or put something through to make that frosted look, it's stunning to look at. Oh yes, absolutely. But you're going to pay more. That's like no different than having something engraved, whether it's personalization on something glass, personalizing something on wood, where you actually have your name etched in wood or metal or whatever it is. But if you would have seen that frame, you would have been like, oh, it's beautiful. You would have loved it too. Trust me, you would have. So basically, in that sense, it was a 4-poster bed. It was a 4-poster bed, and I got that term from mostly from Harry Potter. But there's tons of beds out there that have the 4-poster effect, where you have like 4 columns, and you can put like a canopy over the bed. If you want to get real fancy, you can put like the sheer curtains and, tie the curtains back unless you want to have them down because you want to feel like a princess sleeping in her, castle tower or whatever. But my Naomi, she has a 4-poster bed. Of course, she never sleeps on it. She sleeps on that piece of crap in the living room on the couch that pulls out into a bed. And it both sides. It's like you can fit 2 people on it easily, maybe 3, depending on their body size and everything. But she has a hide-a-bed that when it's out in its bed form, she always had a bunch of crap on it, and the only section that she would keep cleared off, and then that wasn't cleared off very much, was where she could fit her own body to lay down and sleep. Or lay there and pretty much spend her day doing nothing. The only time I saw that bed put away, and actually it was in its love seat form, was one year for Christmas. Me, Mom, and Jim went over there and had Christmas at her place. She had a nice big live tree, put it right in front of the window in the front room, had these huge butterflies. I mean, they were somewhere in the neighborhood about yay big. They were real colorful and pretty and glittery and shiny, and cats, I think, destroyed a lot of them because they decided they were fun toys to play with. The tree looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. We kind of helped. I think I helped her decorate it or a little bit. I don't even remember now. And I believe that was the year that she literally told me what she wanted for Christmas. And she said, Janet, she said, really, this is all I want. She wanted some black nail polish. Got it for her. She wanted some Reese cups, of all things. It's like you can just go to the store and get those anytime, but okay. There's a couple of other simple little things, and I got everything she'd asked for. I don't remember what she got any of us. I don't remember what Mom and Jim got her. I don't remember what anybody got anybody, really, other than, Kalika's saying hi. The handful of things, that I got for her. That I might not even be remembering all of them, But, everything she said she wanted, I got for her. I had to move the frickin' computer as usual because Kalika decides that she wants on my lap right now. Silly cat. I'll try to clean this thing off indecently because I don't want the bugs. Eating on it. No claws. You got enough holes in me, cat. Lay your butt down. She does. She's literally got holes in my legs from where she's fucking dug her claws into me and stuff. Lay down, please. Lay down. Lay down. No claws. No claws, please. Lay down. I have to repeat it to her several times before she'll finally do it. Thank you. Silly cat. Hello. No, you're okay. You're not doing nothing wrong. Mommy just upset because we didn't get our checks today. But it's one of those things we have no control over, sadly. I did finally get my Wild Heart Witch Soul painting up. It's sitting in front of the flat screen over here. You probably won't be able to see it very good, but see it over there? It's there. It is. See where my finger's pointing? That's it right there. But you can't see it because of the glare of the light. Ow! You're digging your claws in. That's a no-no. That hurts, Mommy. You need to stop that. Frogs are still doing okay. My beta fish is still doing okay. Goldfish are still doing okay. Ow. Kalika, honey, please stop digging your claws into me. I finally took took 3 more of my diamond paintings that I was able to get completed, and got the sealant stuff on them. Let them sit and everything so it could do its thing. And then I got them in a box right now. It's a fairly flat box that I think ended up getting one of the light trays in or something like that for the diamond paintings. And I'm putting each diamond painting in its own individual bag. I don't want to stack them one on top of the other because I'm a little afraid that they might stick together or something. So I don't want to take that chance. So I'm putting each one in its own individual bag and then just stacking them that way. So hopefully they won't stick together to the point that I have to literally pry them apart or pry the bag off of them or something. And so I try to give them plenty of time to, for the sealant to dry. And, I ended up leaving it sit for several hours before I finally put the paintings in their bags and put them in the box. So that's that's like three things that I've got put aside that's going to be in the yard sale. And with all this high heat and stuff that's been going on here, it's been really difficult to get any kind of motivation or energy to get any other yard sale stuff together from here, that I'm going to be taking over there to Mom's. Ow! One of these times, so help me, I'm going to take my fingernails and I'm going to pinch as hard as I can, or almost just enough for you can feel it. I'm going to pinch your stomach and see how you like it. Because when you dig your claws into me, it don't feel good. I don't do it to you. Please don't do it to me, Kalika. Because that just, when she digs her claws into me, it hurts. It makes me want to make her get down. Because I don't want to be getting mad and yelling at her and stuff because she's digging her claws into me. I'm tired of being these cats' personal pincushion. You need to stop digging your claws into me, please. So I'm going to, because I did resin on my resin pieces, I'm going to have to take that bag off that table and throw it away now. Which Maria saw fit to literally tape the bag to the table, which I really didn't want to do, but she felt like it was necessary and she wanted to do it. So I'm like, whatever. But when I take it off, I've got, like a lot of times when I get resin, I will get a sheet that will come with it. I was just looking at an advertisement that popped up over here in front of the chat window. I'm going to put a new bag on it or a new sheet or whatever. And before I start using it, like for my diamond paintings again, because I can't just use the raw surface anymore because it's got that icky tackiness to it now because I've done resin pieces on it so much that I've destroyed that little table. I've ruined the surface of that big table that our TV sits on. So we get finally moved into a house. I'm going to, as a project, I'm going to sand, probably do it outside, would be the best. Outside of the house somewhere in an area that would not be, inappropriate to do it and everything. Make sure it's an area would be okay to do it in so it won't be in the way of anything. I'm going to get a sander. Yeah, why don't you get down or something? Get down or lay down on mommy's lap better because I don't like the way you're doing it. I'm going to sand off the whole surface of the TV table and then restain it, try to get it as close to the original color as I can. If it ends up being a little bit darker, oh well. If it can save the piece, then I would rather do that because it's a really nice dining room table. And the chair that you always sit in, the little wooden chair over there, there's 3 other chairs down in the basement, down in storage that goes with this set. Since my cat is insistent on being on my lap right now, just move the thing over here. But I'm going to sand it, stain it, try to save it, and then not do my resin stuff around it anymore. From now on, when I do any resin stuff, that's going to be done in a room where, I will definitely have to have the windows open when I do it. And I'm going to definitely make sure that I, protect the surface of whatever I'm using as the table to do the stuff on. Make sure it's well protected, that the surface is well protected. So with a sheet or whatever I got to do to keep the resin from getting on it and ruining it again. So since, at least now on a more positive note, at least, I've got my picture exactly where I want it. My diamond painting, I can see it. It makes me happy. So far, I've got some witch related stuff sitting up in front of it. And that makes it, to me, that just adds to the appeal of the picture. And it also, the stuff that I have sitting in front of it, it doesn't cover it up so much that you can't see it, and still enjoy it. And it holds it, it helps to hold it in place. The hell? Because sometimes, stuff, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would have to be jarred pretty hard before it would start sliding. But because I have the picture at a slight lean, because it's leaning up against my other flat screen over here I don't use right now. And, having stuff sitting in front of it, it kind of holds it in place better. So I don't have to worry about it sliding off and, falling down and making a mess, breaking a bunch of stuff. But, once in a while I will tick off, either out loud verbally or in my head, I will tick off my list of things that I'm going to try to have in the yard sale that need to be gotten rid of. Like I've got a bag of clothes sitting here that I've meant to take to the thrift store and never did. So I'm going to probably drag those over. Those will be in the yard sale, but of course I will try to take every precaution that I can. Like most likely what I will do, because the clothes have been sitting so long, is I might just go ahead and wash, dry, and, fold them or whatever before I even put them out, because then any bugs that have gotten on them, it'll kill them, whether it's roaches or bed bugs. It'll either drown them during the wash cycle because I will use hot water, or it will kill them during the heat cycle of the dryer, hopefully. So one way or another, they're going to die if there is any. So I don't have to worry about, somebody taking bugs home and then find out I'm responsible. I don't even want that nightmare again. Resin pieces, crochet pieces, diamond paintings, odds and ends, this multi entertainment unit thing that I have that my mom gave me. And the only reason why she gave it to me was because the power button didn't work. So, but it's in good shape and everything. So hopefully somebody will, buy it for like maybe $20, which is a loss because my mom paid over $100 for this unit. And I think I talked about it before, but anyway, it has multifunctions. You can do CDs in it, you can do vinyls, and it has a radio. So, and it's nice. It looks like something you would imagine back in the 70s and 80s, back in time when I was a kid. It's kind of stylish, it's not very big. I mean, it's not teeny tiny, but it's not huge. Like it won't take up half of a wall or anything. You could set it on a tabletop and it would be fine. But I'm hoping somebody will buy it and I'll tell them what's wrong with it. I'll tell them, I was never able to use it because of this. But if you know a repair shop you can take it to, and they can take it apart and get that wire reattached or whatever it was that stopped the power button from working, then you got yourself a nice little unit you paid $20 for. If you go to the stores right now and try to get a unit just like it, you're going to pay over $100. I guarantee it. If not, I'd be shocked because that's the going price of those usually. Got kind of a giggle for you. My nose is running like a sieve. Dang it, I might have to take a freaking allergy pill today for goodness sake. Because I hate when my nose starts running. This is a random, but it was just something I just thought about just now as I'm holding my my herbal pipe with my pagan mix. I use napkins, paper towels, and stuff like that because I try to leave the Kleenex alone because he uses that a lot because he's always blowing his nose. He kills boxes of Kleenex like there's no tomorrow. So I try to leave it alone so he has more for himself. But I was over at Mom's recently, and it was one of the times that I had gone out on the front porch to smoke. And, I sometimes I do try to shut the door and everything because I don't want the smoke blown in and possibly bothering her because she don't like the smell of the stuff because the herbs are very pungent. They have a very strong smell. And, the older it gets, I don't know if the smell fades or if it gets stronger, honestly. Some herbs are like that. Like some of them, the older they get, the stronger they get. And then some of them, the older they get, they'll fade. Like to where I don't smell anything, But I was sitting out, and I think it was one of the times that the weather was decent enough that she wanted me to leave the door open. So I was like, okay, but if it blows in, don't get mad at me because, I close the door because I try to keep the smoke from blowing in on you because I know you don't like it. So this is the giggle. She says, it smells like skunk cabbage, and I lost it. I was cracking up. I was like, skunk cabbage, Mom? Really? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it smells bad. And I said, now you know why I always shut the door because I know you don't like the smell of it. And it is kind of strong, and it's not very appealing to some people, unfortunately. Me, I don't smell it, a lot because I don't know why, but I don't like, okay, I purposely smelled it. Yeah, then I can smell it, but I don't. I guess I'm so used to its odor that it doesn't bother me. But Mom, she said skunk cabbage. It smelled like skunk cabbage, and I just lost it. I was cracking up. I was like, no, Mom, it's not skunk cabbage. I promise. I just thought that was funny as heck. Oh, okay. So now Kalika decides she's going to give herself a full-blown bath on my lap, which means I'm getting a bath too, whether I want one or not. Yeah. Silly cats. Ding dang. Goodness. Oh, I hate those. Holy mother. Holy mother of wow. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, I wet my thumb to kind of snuff it out. And I don't have a rag handy, or I'd use a rag. So I just, I lick my thumb, I wet my thumb, and then I put it over it so it doesn't, pointlessly burn if I'm not smoking it, because I don't want to waste it. It's going to be a couple days yet. We might get it tomorrow, or we might not get it till Sunday or Monday, our check. Sheesh. But I'm making myself drink water. This is just ice water. Hoo-wee. Man, I hate those hits when you see me going like I'm about to throw up. That's me trying to hold it in. But, it's hard to do. And then when I finally do exhale, then I'm coughing up a lung, it seems. I know a better place I can maybe put this. Hang on, I'm trying to get myself situated here. And move. I can't. I have to maneuver around the footrest because I can't put the footrest down very easily. There we go. Crap. There, that's a little better, but then I'll have to, sit up to read what you're saying. So just bear with me, hon. And yes, of course, because I'm wearing my house dress, I'm not trying to flash anybody. No minge pictures today. No minge flashes, please. Not very ladylike. It's not. The Diana paintings. I did find only two, Princess Diana diamond paintings. One of them is currently unavailable. It's her in a real pretty white gown, gossamer kind of gown, like something you would imagine watching her, seeing her wear in heaven. That it looks really pretty on her. It's really simple and plain. It's a stunning picture. It looks like she's walking, somewhere on a beach or something. I don't know. Because you can see from roughly about here up, I think, or something like that. The other painting and picture is more a headshot. So you only see about from here up. But it looks like it has a lot of pretty colors in the background, like around her head. And she's wearing some kind of a dark blue, like really, really fancy dress. Like this thing was probably blue crushed velvet. She maybe wore it once or twice to an event somewhere, and then it's probably hanging in somebody's closet somewhere, or it's on a mannequin and it's in a display case, and it'll probably never be worn again because Princess Diana was the last to wear it, and to honor her memory, they will never let anyone else wear it. because Diana had, as we all have discussed countless times, she was done a raw deal. She was done wrong, and she did not deserve to die that way any more than her boyfriend Dodie. And anyway, the those were the only two paintings I found of her, and I was surprised to have found them. But one of them, the one with her in the blue, and if you see like the way the dress is up here, you might be able to go, oh yeah, I know where I saw her wear that dress, and yeah, it's a beautiful dress. Well, obviously it's going to be because it's Princess Diana. She deserved to be dressed in royal robes because she was more of a princess than a lot of others I've seen that were, I'm like, oh my God, ew. Camilla, sorry, she's not on my favorite list. That's a princess. Egad, kill me now. But the blue one, the one with her in the blue, the headshot, when I first found it on Amazon, it was only like $24 and something. Okay. I thought, that's not too bad. That's still within a decent bracket. Now they have one left in stock, or so they claim, because this is Amazon. Because I love Amazon dearly. I order a lot of really cool stuff from them, but how do we know they're not just wanting their hands in the cookie jar like a lot of other people? They're greedy. They don't care. They want to, screw you out of as much of your money as they can. The blue headshot diamond painting of Princess Diana is now up to $29.99. So it went from 24 something up to, you might as well say, $30. And not that Diane isn't worth it, because she absolutely is. But with my budget and me being on a fixed income, $30 is a lot for me to shell out for a diamond painting. Would I love to have it? Absolutely. Do I hope that it waits on me? Sure. But I can't make any promises, that I would be able to get. If I was going to get it, I would have to get it with this check, because I'm surprised that there's even one left, to be honest, simply because I only found two. And the one of her in the white dress that I'm speaking of, it's unavailable. It's not available right now. So the handful of those they had, they're already gone. And the first time I found that one, I think they had like 18 of them at the time or something like that. And it was, what was that one? That one was, I want to say that one was probably somewhere in the neighborhood about 14 something American dollars, like that. But it just really boiled my blood and made me mad that they took it from $24 and jacked it all the way up to $29.99, and making it like to the point that it's getting out of reach even for me, because $29 is a lot for me right now, especially with as much as I have going out with this check. Because like I said, 300 of it's already gone. Because as soon as my check is loaded, I'm getting on the phone with Merrick Bank. I'm paying them $100. I'm going to give my same deal to them. I'm going to be giving the other two. After I get done with Merrick, I'm calling First Premier. Then I'm calling Credit One, and I'm going to give all three of them the same deal, which they will take gladly and appreciate the fact that I am taking responsibility for the fact that as hard as I tried, and I did. I tried very, very, very hard not to max out my cards, but I did. And I can't beat myself up over that too much, because this is my first time getting credit. Okay, yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I thrive on challenge. I obviously am not ready to handle 3 cards right now. Okay, but I still need to get this paid. I still want to try. I want to keep these if I can. It would make me feel really good. It would help my self-confidence a lot and my self-esteem issues. It would help boost them up, because I'm taking responsibility and saying, I want to get these paid. I don't want to lose them. And I promise I won't use any of them until I get them paid all the way down, like all the way down. And then what I'll do is one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to have them change my payment due date to the first of the month, and explain to them the reasoning behind that. Of, I have no control. I cannot tell you that I'm going to get my check on a certain day each month, because I can't guarantee you I'm going to get it on that day every single time. It fluctuates from month to month. Today, perfect example. As far as I'm concerned, we should have got our fucking checks, but we did not. So, that in mind, sometimes we could get them on the 28th. Sometimes we'll get them on the 29th. Sometimes we won't get them until the 30th. I have no way of knowing from month to month what it's going to be this month until the month is upon me. Okay? And I get on the calendar, rather on the wall, the calendar, my phone, the calendar, and I look through and, okay, this is this day. This is, okay, we should get it on this day. So I propose this. Change my due date to the first of the month. I will call you each month the day that my card is loaded, and I will give you guys permission each time. But do not take out the payment until you get that phone call from me, because I don't need the stress of this bill not getting paid because you guys decide to take it out whenever you feel like it. And then I can't guarantee the money is going to be there if you don't take it out when I say. So then you're gonna throw a bunch of fees on my head because I didn't pay it on time when I warned you. Don't do it this way if you want to get your money. So change my due date, my pay date to the first. Wait each month. I will call you the day my card is loaded each month, and I will tell each of you, take out 100, only 100, but take out 100. And I will do that every single month until all of them are paid completely down to zero. And then the second go around, I will damn sure be more selective in my spending, be more determined to, Janet, now wait a minute, do you really need this? Come on, you just went through this whole, do you really want to max your cards out again? Do you want to go through all that stress again? No, I do not. Okay, then don't do it. You don't need this item. Try to find it a cheaper way. Try to go without it for a month. What are your needs? What is something that is considered enough of an emergency in some cases, or enough of an allowable, okay, yeah, I think it's okay to spend it for this reason. Some of it like what Pops suggests. The gas is in the car is almost, it's getting too low. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and use my credit card. I'm just going to fill it up. To me, that's an allowable expense. That's not a want. That is a need. Getting myself some, I don't know what they call them. I don't know what they call them in the UK. What they call your undergarments. Some of them call them skivvies. Some of them call them something else. We just call them underwear and bras, but that's just Americans. We have our own way of saying things. But undergarments, let's just leave that general term out there. It's got legs itching. That's a need, because when stuff gets old, material breaks down after a while. Stuff starts getting holes in it. Just from age. So then when that happens, I'll throw the stuff away, and I'll be like, okay, or the elastic will be so worn that, it's not sensible to keep it. So pitch it, get new. Those are an allowable expense. Buying a bunch of diamond paintings, considering how many of them I'm sitting on right now that I haven't even begun. I don't need any more diamond paintings. That is not a need. That's a want. Okay? So when something breaks down in the car and Chris don't really have the money, or I don't want him maxing out his cards any more than I want to max mine out, I try to put the offer out there. If you want me to pay for half of it with my card, I will. Just tell me, ask me, and I'll do it, because I don't want him to think he has to pay it all. I believe in the whole partnership thing where, try to pay it as equal as you can, as many areas as you can. So that you're making it easier on yourselves, and you're not having so many stress levels going through the roof, and you're both right up there, like ready to pull your hair out because you're so flipping stressed. That's how a partnership works. You're supposed to help each other halfway. Like when we get our checks, one of the first things, okay, what cash items do we need to get? How many do you want me to get today? And then what ones are you going to take care of? There go my eyes watering again. I hate that. It freaking bugs me. Because just having a little bit of peanut butter on my stomach is not actually a, let me try that again. It's not exactly a meal. It's just a filler until I, one, figure out what I want to eat. Two, get my butt up and go in there and make it. Because, I know like sometime this evening, Pop said we're going to go over to Mom and Jim's. And, they got this big styrofoam box, like that. It's literally the size of a small fridge. I'm not kidding. This thing is like about this long. It's about yay deep. And you just pull the top off of it. There's some frozen soups in there in containers about yay big. And it's clear plastic enough that you can look and see, okay, this looks like chicken noodle. And then you can do that with some of the others. They have something that looks like something that we get here in the States called Meals on Wheels. I don't know if you guys get anything like that there, but there's a program here for people that can't get out a whole lot and don't maybe have a lot of groceries, or they don't have a car, so they can't get out to the store. They'll do these Meals on Wheels. Carl gets them every week. So, yeah. So, but you know what I'm talking about. They have some meals in there like that. They have a couple different ones. I saw one that was on the very top. It was salmon cakes or something with rice and something else. There was some little, I call them little pats of butter, because they're about the size, roughly, not quite as big as a 50-cent piece, I don't think. Maybe more the size of a quarter, but slightly bigger, little things of butter. So in my opinion, that could come in handy. If you only wanted a little bit of butter, say like you were making like a little rice dish or something, those little pats of butter would be ideal to be able to open it up, plop one down, let it melt gradually, down into the food, or, it's easier to stir it in, because when you chop it off of the stick butter that we use, sometimes at least for me, it's not always easy for me to determine how thick to make the chunk, because I don't want to make it too buttery, but then I don't want to make it too light. So it's that fine line in between is difficult for me with those. And just, taking a big a spoonful of it out of a regular tub. Yeah, I mean, all those work too. But, I like the little ones for other stuff, that it just makes it so much easier because it's already pre-portioned or whatever. There was some string cheese in there. There was these little boxes of milk that were only like 1%, and they had like the little straw in it and stuff. I'm going to have to grab this so I can see what you said here. Yeah. Okay, so that's how they do it there. Yeah, so just senior people and care homes or assisted living. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured, because like I said, England does things totally different than we do. So, but like, so these meals, as long as they're frozen, they're good for a certain period of time. But when it starts getting close to that time running out, you really need to get either eat them, get them nuked and eat them, or pitch them. Because if you leave them in there too long, they're going to go bad. And then before you know it, the person's knocking on the door and they're bringing you a fresh new batch. Now you've got too many, and you got to throw away 6 of them because you didn't eat them quick enough. Like right now, get this. You want to talk about ridiculous. All I can do is sit and shake my head and just not even bother saying anything verbally to Carl. He is right now sitting on possibly as much as 5 or more food boxes that he's been getting from this kind of like a senior center kind of place that they have in Mount Gilead. They have this little community center thing where elders can go, because Carl's considered elder because he's 60 now. And he can go there for a meal. If he don't feel up to going there for a meal, he can let them know and they'll bring one to him. He gets his Meals on Wheels. He gets food boxes a lot. So he's sitting on a crap ton of food, so much food that he could feed a family for each box of food he has. So he could probably feed like 5 families right now with, and like I said, possibly more. And in my mind, I'm going, okay, Lord and Lady, please help me sort this in my head because I'm really having trouble. What is my brother going to do? How much of that food is going to go to waste? Because he's not going to be able to eat it through fast enough. Now, here's a kicker. He did offer, don't know if the offer still stands, but he did at one time offer me and Pops a food box. He offered Maria one, maybe Mom and Jim, but I haven't asked him since then, and especially since he's sitting on all these others, because here's a thing that he does that, in my opinion, I don't know, it's kind of rude, or at least I feel that it is, that he does this, is he'll get these food boxes. He'll pick out the stuff he wants, just the stuff he wants. It's not that he needs it. He just wants it. And then he'll take that stuff out and then give the person the rest. To me, that's not right. It's like, you've already got an abundance of food, Carl. Why do you got to take this? What if this other person likes that stuff too? Now they're still going to have to go out and buy it from the store because you wanted to be greedy and you wanted to keep it for yourself, but you really don't need it. Oh, that's your payment for giving somebody food that is going hungry right now. Then why did you even offer? If you just keep it for yourself because you want to be greedy and selfish. Ugh, wish my eye would quit watering. So yeah, just stuff like that. I have trouble wrapping my brain around and sorting through and not get disgusted with Carl, because it's like, on the one hand, he kind of has a good idea. He has a good intention, but not really. Because if he's going to go and pick through these boxes and just pick out the stuff that he likes and give them what's left, that to me, that's just not right. It's like, why do you want to do that, Carl? Because you don't need this food. Your cupboards are full. Your fridge is full. Your freezer is full. There are people out there going hungry, and yet you want to do that. You want to be that low to pick out the little things that you want because you want them. And, the person should be thankful that you're giving them a box of food, but you're taking the good stuff? Okay, I'll remember that. The next time I go and I get me a slice of birthday cake or something, I'll eat it in front of you. Oh, where's mine? At the store. Because I don't like him doing. That's the kind of stuff he does. I don't like it. I don't like it. Not right. It's like, not right. That's not a way to be, Carl. If you're going to give somebody a food box and you are truly doing it out of a selfless act, you don't care what's in the food box. Don't even look. Don't look through it. Just give it to them. You may give like a can of peaches to a little kid that hasn't had fresh fruit in a while. And, it'll be a nice treat for them. But, all his kids are grown. You might as well say, other than his grandkids, all his kids are grown. So, Chelsea's attitude, oh, we don't do leftovers. And I'm like, what? That's wasteful. That's not a very healthy attitude to have there, Chelsea, because there's people going hungry all over the world, and you're too proud to do leftovers. Whatever. Me, I try to do leftovers. Like when we have a bunch of leftovers, rather than see them go to waste, I do try to eat them. I don't always, but I do try sometimes. I'm not by no means perfect and do it every single time. And there is still some stuff that we throw away. But I do try, and I have to, give myself that. That's why I don't mind sometimes just, like when we do the cowboy dinners, because then you could just make something small, that's more individualized. It's just for one person. And here lately, we had lasagna the other night and garlic bread. And usually we get 2 slices of the garlic bread and then a little thing of the lasagna. I ate all my lasagna, 1 piece of bread, and then I was full. And I'm like, whoa, that's not... I normally eat both pieces of my garlic bread because I love my garlic bread. Not this time. There have been times when I've been over at Mom's and fixed myself a plate. Here, just a couple of nights ago, we had some leftovers. I grabbed 3 different leftover bits out of the fridge, compiled them all on a plate, nuked them in the microwave, had an instant meal. I ended up throwing half of it away because I could only eat half and I was full. These topiramate or whatever, the weight loss pill that Doc has got me on, these are working. And sometimes on occasion when I'm feeling really sluggish and tired enough, I'll take one of my Stacker 3s, which is that one. And once that puppy kicks in, oh, I definitely can tell when that thing kicks in. Whoo! Because it packs a little bit of a punch. It's like it's kind of like the equivalent of, imagine how awake you'd be if somebody came up and dumped a bucket of ice water on your head. It's not, it doesn't like really shock me or anything, but I can definitely tell. Because it's like 1 minute I'm sitting here, my eyes are going closed, and I'm like, oh crap. And it's like, no, I can fight this. And then sometimes I just know when I can't. So then during those times, I just, okay, let me get some food down me, some real food. Let me take my pills, my vitamins and all that. And then, I'll go ahead and take one. And then within a handful of minutes, 20 minutes or so, I'm up and running. And I can, I can get through the day. I'm just trying to be careful. I'm trying to sit comfortably, but not trying to flash anybody. Vicky, my friend that was on here the last time I did a live and you was on before now, she sent me some really cool pictures recently and was telling me about this place called Pirate Island down in Myrtle Beach where she lives. And she was showing me some of their cabins. And oddly enough, they look very similar to the cabins at Ravenwood. And I'm like, what? That is crazy. And I don't know what their prices are. But this Pirate Island place there was like over 2,000 pictures. So I only went through like a handful of them. But a lot of fun, family related for sure. There's something for everyone. Daggone phlegm. Something for everyone, family oriented. The cabins looked really pretty. And because I told Vicky, I said, sometime in the future, I said, I'm not sure how soon or anything like that. But I appreciate that she took the time to send me the information. So whenever I do decide to go, I'll have it. I told her, I said, I might come down sometime on a weekend. Because the most I want to be away from home is 3 days anyway, because I figured that's the most that Kalika and Carmela are going to be able to handle, and Boo and Bella, because they are going to notice that Mommy's been gone. It's going to affect Carmela and Kalika, I think, more than the boys. But, I know Kalika don't like it when I'm gone overnight. She don't like it when I'm gone overnight. It would be difficult for her when I'm gone for 3 days, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So I said it would be a nice place for me to escape to. And if I'm down there for a weekend, at least one of the 3 days I'm going to be down there, if possible, I would like to be able to get together with Vicky. So I already let her know I was planning on doing it, just I don't know when. So she sent me the information and pictures and stuff. I said, okay. And she said there's plenty of hotels and stuff in the area too. I said, okay, that'll work too, because if it turns out Pirate Island's too, steep for my pocket, then I'll try just a Motel 6 or something, because they usually have pretty reasonable rates. And I'll only be a few hours from home, so, but I will call her. I promised her that I would call her and let her know, okay, I'm going to be in town on this date, on these 3 days. If you're available any of those 3 days and you want to get together for the day, please let me know as soon as you can, so that we can make plans and, go out and do something fun together. Because this will be the first time, whenever I do this, sometime it'll be the first time I've seen Vicky since Alicia was little, a toddler, running around. Her, Michael, and David, I think it was at the time, running around playing with Vicky's kids. I think it was, or something. And she lived on the west side bottom somewhere around here or something like that. And the last house, that was the last time I remember ever seeing Vicky. And that was many years ago. See, Michael's 32. I think, I don't remember if he was in his teens back then or if he wasn't in his teens yet. I can't remember. It's been too long ago. So needless to say, it's been like several years. He's 33. What? Michael's 33? Really? Oh, see, I've lost it again. I've lost another year. Oh boy. Another year I've lost somehow. I thought he was 32. But anyway, yeah, so it's been a while. It'll have been like many, many moons since the last time I saw Vicky. Well, that was like when Alicia told me one day we was out. It was one of the few times that she was able to be on our end of town for some reason. And we was out shopping or something, I think it was. And she was like, this was the last thing of the day she was going to do. And then she was going to head home. So she said, you want to spend more time with me? This is the way to do it. So I did. You know me. I'm going to do it. So we're walking through the store and I forget what we were even talking about. I thought she was 24. She's like, Mom, I'm 26. And I went, what? I said, seriously? She's like, yeah, I'm 26. And I'm like, oh no, that's 2 years I've lost somehow. And I don't even know how the hell I lost them. Oh boy. So now I find all this time I've been thinking my son was 32. He's 33. Oy vey. Anyway, that's crazy. I do. It's like, okay, I'm losing years again. Uh-oh. How many years am I going to lose this time and think somebody's a certain age and they're either 2 years younger, 2 years older, or somewhere in between? Oh boy. Okay, one of them things. Anyway, brain fry. So shit happens, right? And then life kills you. You know. Um we're here for a time and then suddenly we're not here anymore and it's like, oh, what's this white light? Oh no. Do I have to go back? Because I really don't want to. It's bad down there. Being an earthling and the whole earth thing and just all the crap down there. I don't want to go back. Let me be a unicorn or something and live happy and free and, be able to roam the earth at my heart's discretion, but nobody will ever see me unless I choose to let them see me. Seems like the life of a unicorn would be far easier than the life of a human being on this fucked up planet the way it is anymore. Because it's more hellish than it's anything good. Okay. So that's another year somehow I've lost. Thinking Michael was still only 32 and he's 33. Sorry, I didn't mean to kind of pause. I know you're going to the loo right now, so I'm giving my chance. I can't talk today. Giving myself a chance to kind of inner reflect a little bit and figure out what I want to do next. See, this thinking I was going to get my check today is just throwing me all off now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to do or what I want to try to get done today. But whatever it is, oh yeah, that's getting low. I better plug it in. Oops. Trying to get it untangled, not get it tangled up worse. There we go. I think I got it. Oh, I'm hearing thunder. We might be getting ready to get some more rain. Sorry I messed up the live. Hang on. I had to plug the computer back in because it was getting ready. It was getting low, like it was going to die. Okay. Yeah, I was just saying I had thunder. I heard thunder outside out the window, so I had to plug the computer in because it was dying. It was getting low, like, oh crap, got to plug it in. It's getting low. Fucking bugs. I'm tired of getting bit by these damn things. I really hope that's not Maria coming back up here. I just don't want to deal with her today. I'm already angry and upset because I didn't get my damn check. I had shit to do today that I wanted to get done. Now I've got to rethink my whole day and figure out what to do with it because now I don't have my check and all my plans have been dashed that I was going to try to get done today. So since Michael's 33, that means DJ's 34 right now. Just somebody I know, a friend from the past. Dang, bugs, quit biting me! Sick of these fucking things. Pops is in there playing one of his games. I just don't know what to do with the day now because, we're not getting our checks. So I've been all thrown off. Yep, more thunder. We're getting ready to get some rain or something, y'all. Because usually with thunder, there comes rain. But see, that's how I would, one of the ways that would help me remember Michael's age is because that DJ is 1 year. He's always 1 year older than Michael. So whatever age one of them is, I know the other one is. It's like, okay, if it's Michael, then I know the other one is 1 year older than Michael. So, but just like, I mean, when Aaron Weber used to call me JP, I never understood why he called me that. There was nothing in my name that came to the initials JP. And I'm like, but I didn't think anything of it. That's what he called me. I got used to it. I'm like, okay, whatever. JP. Oh, I think he may have developed that because of the whole Janet Planet thing. So that may have been where I got that from. A fun place to go, but you got to go in your mind, and you got to be in a certain state of mind to find it, to get there. But once you do, you don't ever want to leave because it's a lot of fun. It's like the happy place we all wish we had here on Earth, but as far as we know, it don't exist because we've been looking for it and haven't found it. So, I mean, that's like right up there with, the Fountain of Youth. I mean, who's going to find that? I mean, would I want to find it? Yeah, if I was meant to, then maybe. And I would ask to go back to the way I looked when I was 21 and be able to stay that way forever. But I mean, even just being able to see the Garden of Eden, just be able to be close enough to it that I could actually see it. That would be awesome. I would never forget something like that. It would be like, wow, that is just beautiful. But I don't know that I'm ever going to be so privileged, as to be able to see something that beautiful. I don't know of many people that have, maybe after you die and what you perceive to be heaven, the Garden of Eden is there. Or maybe everybody has a garden like the Garden of Eden is their garden, but it's just a replica of the Garden of Eden. I don't know. I know my garden would have rainbow, multicolored roses. It would have roses of color combinations that no one's ever heard of, but they would be absolutely stunning to look at. And beautiful and stunningly beautiful and just glow and radiant and, purples and blues and greens and yellows and pinks and mahoganies and maroons and garnets and black even. Like I'd have a real pretty red, white, and black one that would just glisten like shimmer like gold or something, I'd have a couple little cute little garden ponds like I've always wanted. I've always wanted a cute little garden pond, that has the self-circulating water and stuff. And it has a cute little scene like you would see out in nature. And then have koi fish in it. They actually have koi fish. I was shocked. They actually have koi fish at the pet store that we go to. And I was like, what? Because last I heard, those are like super, super, super good luck fish to have. Because they bring prosperity with them. So money drawing, good fortune. And, there's more than one way to have good fortune. Good fortune don't just mean money. Blessings, the house, something like that would be definitely a godsend right now. I would love to move while it's still warm out. Even though we've got some high heat days, I still would rather move when the weather's like this than to move when it's cold and bitter and snow and ice is starting to form and it's the first snowfall of the year. And I mean, right now I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that in 3 months it's going to be Halloween again. I'm like, no, how is that possible? Because it's like, and another year's just gone. It's like, what the heck? It's not me because I haven't done the time speed up spell in I don't even know how long. So it's not me. Somebody else must be doing it. I don't know. Maybe it's just some wicked witch's way of trying to end us all quicker. I don't know. But it ain't me, folks. I swear. I haven't done that spell in a while. This is just crazy. 3 months. I was sitting on Mom's porch the other day and I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be Halloween in 3 months. No. Can't be. No. Yeah. I'll be dang. It's like, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Don't know what the weather's going to be like this year. Don't know when, they're going to do the trick or treat, if they're going to stick with the time zone or time frame they usually do. It's between it's like 6 to 8 or something like that. I sometimes they'll do it on the actual night. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll do it the weekend before, as close to Halloween as they can get. I don't know. It just seems to be another one of those that fluctuate from year to year. And I'm just like stunned. Like, where the flippity flop did this year go? Again, this is flipping crazy. But yeah, I would have a pretty little koi pond. I've always wanted, a couple of like really nice archways to walk through, and have like roses growing around them or something, different colored roses and stuff. Um, have like a little fountain, some kind of little fountain somewhere in the garden, and just, a bunch of different flowers and stuff that I've always liked that have some really pretty colorful combinations. Some really nice like ground cover, and I literally want to build a house just for the cats. As crazy as that may sound, but I would call it the Elder Cat Cottage, simply because I would try to take the oldest of our cats that can handle the least amount of stress, just like a human elder. Okay. I'm not saying that us youngins or younger ones get stressed, can't, look what some of us go through. You can only handle so much stress, but yet older people, it's even worse because they're even more fragile. Not that we aren't equally so, but it would be nice to have a little elder cat cottage to put the oldest cats in, where hopefully they're of an age group that they would actually get along, and they wouldn't hurt each other, and they wouldn't bully each other, and they would just appreciate literally that their human owners love them so much that they built a house just for them. And I mean, granted, it wouldn't be a huge house necessarily or anything, but something the size of, let's say, a 2-car garage or something like that, just their own little hut, their own little cottage, and it would have a decent size amount of room. Put all, make sure there's plenty of litter boxes out there for them. Make sure there's plenty of toys, plenty of kitty things to climb on. Maybe do some kitty shelves in there. So, some of them might just want to lay on the lower levels, but nope, I ain't taking any spam calls today. Sorry. And I shouldn't have any packages coming, so I'm not answering. Me, I would have some kind of crystal, like garden pieces out there, because it has been proven that if you have some plants that are having difficulty and you want them to really start growing, take a small crystal bit and stick it in the soil. Seriously, it'll literally help them grow. It'll nourish them, and then the crystal can be nourished by the earth to the point that it may actually grow more crystals on itself. Not kidding. That's how crystal clusters are born, folks. You give them the right conditions, they can produce other sections of this themselves. So you start out with a little crystal bit, you could end up with the whole cluster. I don't know like what kind of time frame, how long it takes, something like that, but it would be pretty. And I've heard that, yeah, crystals, because a lot of crystals, or most of them that I know of, come from the ground, right? So it makes sense, does it not, that if you want your plants to grow, put some crystals in them. Just make sure there's nothing on the crystal that can harm the soil or the plant or anything, of course. I only say that because this is public, so people may not, there may be some people that don't know that and may go, oh, really? Oh, I'll have to remember that, But those of us that do know, yeah, just be careful, but it's worth a try. Even if you like take a bottle of water and just put a crystal in it and let it like set it in the sun, let it, get all those good nourishments, activate it, or set it in other parts of the house or whatever, and then use that to water the plants. because then it is crystal infused water that has also been blessed by the sun. And better yet, if you can bless the bottle of water by the other three elements, fire, earth, and air, put the bottle outside. The wind blows across it, the sun's shining down on it. You got the water in the bottle. Make sure it's sitting in dirt. Not that hard, and then it'll be like super charged. Use that water on your plants. I bet your plants would start going stupid. They'd start growing like crazy. How did I know that? It's a witch thing, I guess. One of my crystals told me. They're like, yeah. And I remember it from someone telling me before, yeah, you can put crystals, and it don't have to be a big one. You can just take a little crystal, like I said, a little crystal bit, a little thing no bigger than that, or like something the size of a pea or something. Just push it gently down on the soil and talk to it a little bit. Ask it to nourish your plants and help them grow, and you'd be surprised. You might actually, I believe it works. Just like anything you're drinking. You could crystal infuse it. Just make sure that you don't use crystals that are water soluble, because if you put those in liquid, they'll disintegrate. So then you will literally be ingesting the crystal, and I don't think you want to do that. Might upset your tummy or something, but make sure it's crystals that aren't going to dissolve in water. Excuse me there, goldfish, will you quit eating my frog? I swear, it just literally looked like that damn little glutton was trying to eat my frog. you know? Come on, you gluttons. Quit trying to eat everything in the flippin' tank. I swear, man, I'm going to have to get a different tank for these goldfish because they're just pigs. They're just gluttons. Oh, thank you. You did the eyes and the mouth thing. I know that was like a signature thing that you and Nat did a lot, or a lot of people did on the TikTok shop, especially if Natalie was on and she was at her place and you was at your place. She would use that face a lot. That's so cute. I need to figure out how to do that so I can do that right back with you guys. It's like, oh, thanks. That made a happy memory for me, back when things were better, and the shop was doing good, and, you were making some decent little chunk of change. But don't you worry none, darling. I got I got that spell bottle going for you. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes things will happen quick. Other times it takes time for stuff to start manifesting. It's in the emoji, but it's 3 different emojis. Just put them all together. Oh, okay. Well, I should be able to find it. Release your vibrational energy. Raise your vibrational energy. Positive energy. Yeah, I'll thank you. I'll do it later. It's 3 different. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I'll try. Just for the heck of it. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, it should be in that one. If it's gonna be. Nature. Oh, there's aminals. Oh, that's cute. I haven't. Huh. Oh no, what's the matter? Oh, it brought up some sad ones. I don't know why it did that. I'm not sad. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's in this or not. Let me see. I think it went down to nature. Nature. Yep, let's go back to nature. Okay. Food, symbols. This thing's way too sensitive. I give up. I'll just have to search for it later, but I'll find it one of these times, I'm sure. Oh no, the typos are starting early, are they? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Game over, dude. Game over. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeepers. I hate when those freaking typos. Oh, here's a pair of purple sunglasses. These are cool. Mm. Aren't the sunglasses cool? Found some purple sunglasses. Paranormal Files, The Real Haunted Mansion, Murder House. Good for you. Go away. Oh my God! No way! There's a goat. Uh-oh, you're in trouble now. I found me a goat. Oh my goodness. See, I could use that. I would use I wish I could put that over on my YouTube and use that as my little symbol here. Oh, look. That to me, I see this, I think of the planet Saturn straight away. And that's my planet being a Capricorn and all. So yeah, sometimes, when you're just sitting around and you're being silly anyhows, it's fun to play with the emojis because of some of the stuff you can find. Like this is one of my favorite emojis, especially when we're actually getting money blessings. It's like cha-ching. We got some money. Or this one when you're like having a really fried day and you're like, okay, who struck me by lightning? When did fucking lightning hit, man? This is not cool. Or this one. The whole, you know what, man, I'm just not feeling myself today. I'm feeling kind of under the weather. This one, obviously, you're dead. I'm dead. Just somebody bury me now. I like this one. I call this my, I'm a cool cat, kind of thing. And of course, this one, the party, it's like celebrate. But anyway, yeah, I'll find them on here. I'll just go through the emojis and I'll find them. And of course, the skulls. Like here's a skull and here's a skull and crossbones. There's the kitty cats. There's some kitty cats. There's some monkeys. And no, I swear, I'm not gonna just go emoji crazy on you. Sorry. But, I like to, like, sometimes I'll just go, like, I'll have this emoji binge thing that it seems like I'm doing. Like, why is she talking in emojis? What's the matter? It's just like if I'm doing it on my phone and like I'm texting with somebody, sometimes I'll try to think and warn them and go, don't mind the emojis I'm about to send through. I just want them in my book. It meaning I want them because when you send an emoji, it puts it in your little library and then you can bring them up later and use them again. You know what I mean? So sometimes I would just go through and I would pick some of them that I liked. And I like this one. Like that's how I got the unicorn. That's how I got the rainbow, the bouquet of flowers, the roses, the purple hearts, the hearts with the little, ribbon on it and the little shiny stuff and all that. But yeah, like the party one, it can be like a celebration, hey, something good happened today. Yay. Or the days when you literally feel like you're fucking dead. Like I'm fucking dead. Just bury me. I'm done, but and the goat's blue. That's just awesome. I just noticed that the goat's head's blue. That's real pretty.